guys, it's Hello Mary Meets everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and yes, I'm at the soup kitchen today, like usual. But I wanted to, I gotta make it quick because my case manager's coming in a very short time, and I'm trying to pull this arm back here. There we go. So here we go. Quick, dirty, sneaky message. My BlackBerry's not here yet, but I did double check some things with T-Mobile, which I kind of wish I had done a little bit beforehand. Okay, here we go. I use a BlackBerry bold with a T-Mobile service. You need to sign up for the $50 plan, which is the $50 Simply Choice. Gee, it's not interesting, because that was one of the plans I was thinking of signing for anyway. That's because the BlackBerry uses a client-server model to do a lot of the communications functions, such as texting and email and things like that. So it's really not a big deal. You need to sign up for that kind of service anyway for a lot of regular phone services for a lot of other phones. So BlackBerry's not the only one. For example, if with the $50 plan, it gives me unlimited talk, unlimited text, and of course, my iPhone uses the same basic service, but for the price is $0 more. No, it's free, but you gotta get the $50 plan to do it. You gotta turn on the BlackBerry support, which is connects in with the network through a BlackBerry server. Basically, the BlackBerry phone is in some ways just a terminal. Okay, it doesn't actually do much as far as manage messages and stuff on its own. It goes through the BlackBerry services from your cell phone provider, which isn't too bad. Sorry, my face looks a little ruddy, guys. I just got up this morning really quick. I have a case manager appointment today, and of course, my skin looks red as a beet. I'm not sick or nothing. It's just, well, I didn't even have time to put on makeup this morning. I just got out of the bathroom, and I just threw some clothes on and came here because I woke up later in the morning instead of the usual 9:30. I woke up at 10. After I give my cat a long hug. Don't ask me why. I think we'll answer why. I don't know. I had a dream that the only way to break a curse was to give a hug to everybody. In this case, every living somebody's, people, cats included. I don't think it necessarily means that you have to go out there and give her a big bear hug, but, I do think about it a little bit, is in this world that maybe we're not giving enough people appreciation or hugs for the things that they give us in our lives. And there's so many things that people in our lives do, we kind of forget that. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow, so let's give some thanks for giving, okay? Might as well think about this now. I mean, all the things that people do for you, there's so many things that we don't even think about on a day-by-day basis. Like, for example, the man who gives you, a $5 when you're, without even asking if you need one, or the person that, helps you carry your bags of groceries up 3 flights of stairs, or, those kind of people deserve certainly an appreciation and a thanks because they did you a favor. And also, what about the guy that just comes in, the guy sat here at the table talking to somebody here was pretty cool. And then, of course, what about that guy? I mean, he deserves some appreciation too and thanks because he took his time to, to share some of his day with you. I mean, there's people in this world that we don't think about, that we should give thanks for. And the same applies for our pets. I mean, Rusty and Faye provided me emotional support. They've certainly provided me physical warmth in the cold mornings because my thermostat is not wired right, and we know that. The electrician's eventually going to have to fix that, but that's something that we already know about for a long time, and it does get cold in my apartment, trust me. Amazingly enough, though, you would think that, I don't know, I just think that my weight is still an issue, but that's another topic. So anyway, the point is that since tomorrow's Thanksgiving, give people thanks for giving that I mean, there's so many people out there that don't do much, and they really kind of just take the time out of their day to to help you out along your way. And it deserves a lot of thanks for the giving. And, yeah, I know. Sometimes it's easier to say it than to do it, trust me. But it doesn't have to be that way. So give that some thought, okay? Now, as far as the phone goes, like I asked the T-Mobile people, I said on the online chat, I said, okay, so what services does this phone do without the data plan at this point? Can I make phone calls? He says, yes. I says, I mean, that's important, is just being able to make up the phone call. I mean, as far as some of the more advanced features like web and text and over Wi-Fi, that's not a problem. It's just email. That's right, email. See, we take that for granted because our email systems today use TCP/IP over the internet versus on a BlackBerry, which uses the data networks to do the email. And I was just saying, why? Because it does. Okay, there's your answer. Don't ask why I drink Bud Dry. I can't tell you why. It's just because back in the old days it was the easiest way to do it. They didn't have very fancy data plans like they do today, and so the BlackBerry is kind of uses the legacy network to, in this case, would be 3G, 4G, or GPRS or Edge to send requests back and forth, as I said, to client-server paradigm. Am I still waiting to see the phone? Yes, I am. Am I still waiting to see what I can do with it? Yes, I am. I don't know what I'm going to do with it until I can get the 50 hours together, which probably won't be as I explained to the man on the phone, or actually on the computer, because I was using an online chat, not a TDD call. It was just an online chat call, which was easier for me because at least I didn't have to worry about streaming to hear the guy. Is that I gotta wait until I get some money together, and then obviously I can do something with it. So obviously I can still learn the ropes of the phone and stuff. Right now, I'll just put in an old expired T-Mobile SIM chip in the phone to see if I can at least get the phone, if it needs to, have a SIM in there so it doesn't bellyache. Put one in there so it'll go to work, and at least so I can use it with the Wi-Fi and try it with the internet browser and stuff, and try out some of the other features. And who knows, I might be able to install the updates as well, because there's the firmware, it needs to be updated. So I downloaded the desktop manager for both the Intel version for the Intel Mac and the PowerPC version for the PowerPC Mac. So I got both desktop managers. So I can go ahead and sync the phone and get any firmware updates that it might need. I think it's a little bit behind the times, but we'll find out. Alright guys, look, I'm going to let you go. Okay, happy Thanksgiving guys. By the time, I'll try to get a video in tomorrow. But if I don't, just relax. I will be here around. And yeah, I know, I look red as an American Indian. Sorry. It's just that, I don't know, my skin takes a real killing. Alright, maybe it's the phone. I think it's the phone that's doing it. Because you know what, I think it is the phone. It's having trouble with weight balance, trying to contrast between the fact I'm wearing white, with white hair, and all my face is red, and I get the light and everything in the tree over there. So maybe, which isn't affecting the light of the phone, so that's why it looks red like that. Every time I wear all this white, the phone just kind of gets all screwed up. But I'm healthy. In fact, I'm overweight. I gotta work on my weight too, but that's a whole nother project. So, does that mean if I want to use a BlackBerry that I might have to give up some home phone features? Yeah, I might have to give up a few phone lines to use the service on the phone. If it's $50 a month, I definitely am going to have to drop some home phone lines to fully utilize it. So, I have something's got to give. Or at least let me wait until I can get my budget reestablished. Oh yes, by the way, for in April of this year coming up. They will be taking applications for renter's rebate here in Connecticut. It will be open to new applicants or applicants who have not been on renter's rebate for a few years. You can still get onto it. This is what you need to do up front. Number one, you got to get contact with the local participating renter rebate office. In my case, happens to be the Sullivan Senior Center here in Winstead, and there's also one for Torrington, which is the McCarthy Senior Center. Both senior centers will give you the information you need, such as your electric bill, gas bill, whichever one, both of them if you heat with both. Obviously, your proof of income, your bank statements, which also, of course, the rent information from your landlord saying, for 12 months what your rent was. And then they'll take all that information and they will put it into the database. And then you will probably be getting a check around September, October of this year. So get on the phone, get that done with, get it ready. And might as well prep ahead of time. You know the things you're going to need. Okay? So that information can be used. You can come home and possibly with a $700 check. Or in my case, $700, maybe more. Yeah, I'll take that. Maybe even more money than that. And then, of course, let's say I get $700, and I could use that $700, and I could buy, I could buy almost, if I really want to, I could buy almost 10 months of, but 10 months of 12 months of cell phone service. If I wanted to. Or maybe more realistically, I could use it to buy clothes and things like that, and maybe some cell phone service too. It's certainly an idea. I mean, I know it sounds kind of stupid, but it does count. It'll be a nice little Christmas present. Because I'm not going to default on pay my credit card bills just because of my hardship. That's not fair to the bill companies that I owe money to. That's not fair to them. So I got to pay them off too. So, but the plans I can cut money on, maybe such as finding out about maybe a prepaid electric provider, or finding out about ways to lower my phone bill. That would definitely be a major chunk of change right there. Is to sell my home phone plan. Can I drop certain phone features? You betcha. If I can, maybe if I went back to a standard, inexpensive basic phone line, for one line, because my internet's not going to go down. That's going to stay the same. But if I don't need 3 phone lines. Could I get rid of 2? Probably. You know what? I probably could get rid of 2 phone lines, and it wouldn't hurt me any. Change to a lower tier home phone plan. There's no reason I couldn't, since right now I already noticed the usage pattern with the home phone is really nothing, and it's just like, why am I spending, so much money on a home phone plan that I'm not using to the best of my ability? It's an example where I can save some money. But, the thing is, I want to wait I want to see how the rest of the phone bills and the stuff straighten out, because I've only been home for about 2 months. So, maybe I might just go ahead and pay the bills for a few months and see where it goes. And then maybe in March, April, give it some, revisit it until it happens. That's the future, and also by that time I'll have a good idea, a good baseline to work on. Alright guys, talk to you later. Okay, don't forget to like or dislike, share with your friends, your family, your enemies, your people you want to be friends with, okay? Please do comment in the comment section below, and please do subscribe. That lets me know that you are in it for the long haul. And I know the video is very quality from bleh to wow. Well, that's just it, that's life. That's what my bills are. That's what my life is. Same way. Yeah, that's what Michelle's life is. Alright, so I'll let you go. Bye-bye.